You've got to ensure that there's contingencies for everything during that entire transport. You know, anything can happen.
Timing is critical, with every hour spent in his transport crate adding to the risk of stress. The team plans to minimise the trip time to 20 hours.
So it ends up being a very, very long route because you can't land a polar bear in America, not even for a fuel stop, a tech stop. We wanted to even leave it on the plane while they refuel the plane and go again. We'd never take it off the plane. They said no. So now we had to look at where are we going to go, how are we going to do this?
Using chartered freighter aircraft, Henry will be flown from Australia's Gold Coast to Manitoba in Canada, nearly 22,000 kilometres away. The journey will take them from the Gold Coast to Sydney, across the Pacific Ocean to Hong Kong, before the long and gruelling flight to Manitoba.
Everything was going great. We had our initial meetings, we met with them and they were fine. And then we started the applications for import, which had to go through Manitoba government.
But things were about to change for the worst.
Manitoba government rejected the captive bear coming from here to Manitoba.
Winnipeg Zoo was no longer an option for Henry.
So all of a sudden we had nothing.
And with that plan falling through, the rush was on to find a new home for Henry.
We worked together and we found out about Cochrane.
In the Northern Hemisphere, the Canadian town of Cochrane is polar bear mad.
Cochrane is a tiny little town. There's about 5,000 people who live in Cochrane. It's a timber town and a gold town. And they've adopted the polar bear as the town mascot.
The townsfolk put in their own money to fence in sections of the region's boreal forest and create a massive natural enclosure for polar bears and the perfect new home for Henry.
And so when we saw it, we thought, this is just an amazing facility. We wanted to make sure Henry is given the best place in the world to live, and this place at Cochrane is that.